Hello and welcome to the Federal Podcast on ICC ODI World Cup 2023. I am Aprameya. On Sunday night, October 8th, India launched their World Cup campaign with a 6-wicket victory over Australia in Chennai. Ravindra Jadeja, Rahul and Virat Kohli were the star performers for the home team. After restricting Australia to 199, India's three batters, Ishan Kishan, captain Rohit Sharma and Shreyas Iyer were out for ducks. However, Kohli with 85 and Rahul 97 not out rescued the team. To review this match, we are joined by senior cricket writer R Kaushik from the Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. Thanks, Kaushik, for talking to the Federal again.
Hi, Apu. Nice to be back.
Kaushik, my first question would be, how do you look at the pitch conditions, because it was a low-scoring match, and how do you see the pitch conditions?
Yeah, it was a little dry. We knew from the beginning, from the way it appeared yesterday, we had a fair inkling that it would help the spinners. And Rohit Sharma hinted at the press conference yesterday that there was every chance that India would go in with three spinners. So I don't think anybody was taken by surprise at how the pitch played. It was not a diabolical track. It's one of those pitches that you get in Chennai from time to time. There was not vicious turn. The bounce was not hugely uneven. It was not splitting. It was not fizzing and bouncing. But there was a little bit of turn. Some might say it was not an ideal one-day international wicket, but you can also say that Australia did not really apply themselves. And also it is true that as the second innings unfolded and as the lights took effect, there was a little bit of help for the faster bowlers with the new ball, but then the dew came in and it sort of became much better to bat on. Again, Australia cannot complain because they are the ones who won the toss and decided to bat first. All in all, I don't think the pitch was a decisive factor. I think India played better cricket and therefore they came out deserving winners.
And at the toss, Rohit too mentioned that he would have liked to bat first. But looking back, was it the right decision by Pat Cummins batting first on this pitch?
Well, we have the benefit of hindsight, don't we, Apu? So we can probably say that it may not have been the most ideal decision. But we must also remember that it was at this venue in March when India and Australia played a one-day international. Australia batted first. They scored about 260. And the pitch became more and more difficult to bat as the evening unfolded. So reading the pitch is a very difficult art, like Rahul pointed out a couple of days back in his press conference. And again, after the event is over, it's fine to be wise. But I think Cummins thought that the best track on this pitch and these conditions was to bat first. And we put about 260, 270, and then use that to try and work through the Indian batting. Unfortunately, Australia fell reasonably short of that total that they might have had in mind. And despite the initial hiccups in the Indian innings, I think there was only one winner after India and Australia, after the Rahul and Virat Kohli partnership.
And looking at Indian spinners' performances, Ashwin, Kuldeep Yadav and Jadeja, between them 30 overs, 6 wickets and 104 runs and nearly more than 100 dot balls. So they were exceptional, isn't it, today?
They were. I mean, the best part is that all of them are used to bowling in these conditions. They know exactly what to do. Sometimes the art of bowling on helpful tracks isn't as straightforward as it might appear to be, because if you're not used to exploiting a turning track, then it can backfire. But all of them are experienced bowlers. Jadeja has played a lot of cricket here at this venue for Chennai Super Kings. Ashwin is a local lad. So all of that helps. And the fact that they're experienced and they know exactly how to maintain the disciplines. Here it's not about bowling the big turning balls. It's like Jadeja said when he spoke to us in the press conference a little while back. It's about landing in the right areas. To him, the right area was bowling a stump to stump line. He used subtle variations, changes in pace, sometimes throwing it up a little bit more. And then he knew that the odd ball would turn. And it was one such ball that got Steve Smith's wicket. Steve Smith was batting really nicely. He looked set for a big score. But the ball that Jadeja produced to Eric Smith, that sort of in a way was a turning point, because that sort of triggered a collapse. Australia lost 3 wickets for 9 runs in that period. And the familiarity with the conditions is one factor, but also the exceptional skill levels of all these three spinners that we spoke about. I mean, Ashwin was probably fortunate to get into the side because he was not there originally and he came in as Aksar Pathel's replacement. But I mean, if you're in a position to summon the services of someone as able and as experienced and versatile as Ashwin, then why not?
Right. You spoke about Australia's collapse, and India also were jolted at the beginning, 2 for 3. Then Virat Kohli and Rahul's partnership. 165 runs turned the match, and there was one moment where Mitchell Marsh dropped Kohli on 12. Would you call that a turning point, or things could have changed, but maybe India would have been 20 for 4 at that stage?
It was a huge moment in the game, obviously, like you said, 20 for 4. 20 for 4, you're only 1/10 of the way to the target, 180 runs more required. Last recognized pair in the form of KL Rahul and Hardik Pandya, with only Jadeja and then the bowlers to come. Yes, India would have been under huge pressure if Mitchell Marsh had taken that catch. Probably a bad day for Marsh overall, got out for 0 right at the beginning of the Australian innings, and then to put that catch down. It was not a simple catch. It was a skyer, all right. He had to make a lot of ground. And it is possible that with Alex Carey running around from behind the stumps,
right.
Marsh might have been a little distracted, might have been a little put off. It's just one of those things that happens in cricket. But yes, it did have a huge bearing on how the match turned out. Because if Kohli had been dismissed at the time, like he pointed out, 20 for 4, and so far away the target of 200 would have been. And then the pressure that can create, which meant that KL Rahul and Hardik Pandya could not have afforded a single mistake for about 30 overs. Unfortunately for Australia, that catch went down, and like the consummate batsman that he is, Kohli did not look a gift horse in the mouth after that.
Right. Overall, how do you rate India's performance? It's still just the first match in the World Cup. Any concerns apart from the 3 good balls you would say at the beginning for all these 3 batsmen who got out for ducks?
No, like you said, it's the first match, so concern might be a strong word. We must also keep in mind that India's first choice opener, Shubman Gill, was not available for this game due to illness. He may not be available for the next game as well. They may not take a chance. Obviously, the World Cup is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We've got 9 league matches. And they were not 3 very good balls, actually. If you look at it, then the ball that got Rohit Sharma out, that was a good ball that cut back off the seam, which probably had a little bit to do with the pitch as well. But otherwise, Ishan Kishan, terrible shot, first ball. Shreyas Iyer very early in his innings without getting to the pitch of the ball, another big shot. So lots of things to pick up and understand that 200 might appear a small target, but it's not a small target, especially against a team like Australia, which does not win very easily. But there are lots of positives. The most important one being 2 points on the board. 6-wicket victory, the fact that the victory was fashioned from the position in that India were in 3 wickets down for 2 runs, the way that Bumrah bowled, the way that the spinners bowled. All in all, I think plenty to take away from this game. Plenty of positives, plenty of gains, and the fact that 33,000 people went home really happy. It's not India has been beaten Australia in a World Cup for a long, long time. The first win against Australia since 1987 came in the 2011 World Cup quarterfinal, but now they have made it 2 in a row. They beat them at the Oval in the 2019 edition, and now they have started this campaign perfectly. So yeah, I mean, happy days ahead.
Thanks for your thoughts, Kaushik. We'll reconnect for the next match.
Thanks, Abu. Good to have had this chat with you.